AI is everywhere, right? We're always hearing about it, this powerful system that crunches huge amounts of data to find patterns. But have you ever stopped to really wonder how a machine actually learns anything? Well, today, we're going to crack that code.
Right, so what does learning even mean when we're talking about a computer? I mean, how does it go from just having a bunch of raw information to actually doing something intelligent with it? That is the question we're digging into.
And the answer, believe it or not, comes down to just two words: machine learning. This is the engine that makes almost all modern AI tick. And the whole idea is built on something super simple but incredibly powerful: learning from examples.
Okay, now pay close attention to that last part. Without being explicitly programmed with rules. This is the absolute game changer. Think about it. Instead of handing the computer a giant instruction manual for every single task, we're doing the opposite. We're just giving it a huge library of examples and basically saying, here, you figure out the rules on your own.
And this is the perfect way to think about it. The old way would be to tell a computer, okay, a dog has 4 legs, a tail, 2 ears, and so on. The new way? We just show it thousands, maybe millions of pictures of dogs, all kinds of dogs. And from all those examples, it starts to build its own much richer understanding of what makes a dog a dog.
Okay, so how does a machine actually do that? How does it figure things out? Well, it's actually kind of funny, because it's a lot like how we humans learn. It really boils down to 3 things: trial, error, and just getting better over time.
Just think back to when you learned how to ride a bike. Did you read a manual about the physics of balance? No way. You just got on, you tried, you wobbled, you probably fell a few times, and each time you got back on, you adjusted a little bit, you learned by doing.
And that's pretty much exactly what a machine does. It follows this simple loop. Step 1, it tries to do something. Step 2, it almost always gets it wrong at first. It makes a mistake. Step 3, it gets a little nudge, an adjustment, to correct that mistake. And step 4, it does it all over again, and again, and again, millions of times, getting just a tiny bit smarter with every single try.
So, I know this might all sound a little bit abstract, right? Like something out of a sci-fi movie. But here's the crazy part. You are already using this stuff. All day, every day. In fact, it's literally right there in your pocket.
Ever wonder how your email just knows what spam is? Yep, that's machine learning. How your phone unlocks just by looking at you. Machine learning. You know that awesome portrait mode on your camera that makes the background all blurry? That's a machine learning model that's learned to separate a person from everything else in the picture. And yeah, every single time Netflix or YouTube recommends something, that's not just a guess. It's a super smart system that's learned what you and millions of people like you want to watch next.
Okay, so we've covered the what. We see it all around us. But what about the how? How does the machine actually do the learning part? Well, that's where this next word comes in: algorithms. The easiest way to think about an algorithm is like a recipe. It's the specific set of instructions the machine follows to learn from all that data. So yeah, that's really all it is. An algorithm is just the step-by-step process a computer uses to sift through data and spot patterns. Now, there are tons of different kinds of algorithms, but they all have the same basic job: to give the computer a structured how-to guide for learning.
So let's make sure we've got this straight. Machine learning, that's the big picture, the goal. We want the computer to learn something. The algorithm, that's the method. It's the specific set of steps we use to get there. It's really the difference between saying, I want to bake a cake, and actually having the recipe in your hand to do it.
Which brings up a really good question. If this whole learning thing is so much like how we learn, why even bother with machines? Why don't we just do it ourselves? Well, the answer comes down to 3 things that machines can do on a superhuman level: scale, memory, and endurance.
I mean, just look at this. A human expert, someone at the top of their field, might be able to look at, say, 100 things in a day. A machine, it can chew through millions. We forget things all the time. A machine's memory is pretty much perfect. And the big one? We need to sleep, we need breaks. A machine can just keep going 24/7 and it never ever gets tired.
It's that sheer scale that's just mind-boggling. We're talking millions upon millions of calculations and learning cycles, day in and day out, without even stopping for a coffee break. And because of that, they can spot these tiny, subtle patterns in enormous amounts of data, patterns that no human being could ever hope to find on their own. But with all of this amazing power, there is one golden rule, one single, unbreakable law that controls everything in machine learning. Seriously, if you take away only one thing from our chat today, please make it this. And here it is. Simple, right? Correct data in equals correct answer out. Incorrect data in equals incorrect answer out. It's that fundamental. The quality of the AI's answer is 100% dependent on the quality of the data you feed it. You give it good, clean, accurate data, you'll get good, useful results. But if you feed it garbage or biased data or incomplete data, well, you're going to get garbage right back out. At the end of the day, the machine is only as smart as the information we give it.
And that golden rule leads us to one last really big question. If the machine's intelligence comes from the data, and that data comes from us, then who really is training the AI? What are we teaching it? What parts of our world, with all our own biases and flaws, are we telling it to learn from? Something to think about. Thanks for joining me.